All right, so welcome. And I want to start in a comfortable seated position. So just take a couple of nice deep breaths and settle into your seat. And you might want to bring your hands onto your body. You might want to use some ujjayi breathing. You might want to do nose, chest, belly breathing. Or maybe just some long, smooth, even inhales and exhales. And as you connect to your breath, take a few moments to scan through your body and notice how you're feeling. Like, so maybe you start at the top of your head and you work through, how does your face feel, your eyes, your mouth, back of your head, your ears, your throat, the neck, the shoulders, and you might wiggle a little bit to sense how your body is feeling, making your way through your torso, your hips, your legs. How are you today? And maybe you say, hello, body, hello, body. Hello, my beautiful body. Connecting your breath with your body, noticing how you're feeling, and thinking about how you want to feel when we're done with our practice today. Maybe you're thinking about what you have to do in the rest of your day, but no matter what you're planning on doing for the rest of the day, how do you want to feel? Okay, so setting your intention. And then when you're ready, I want you to find your tennis balls if you have some. So 2 different things that you can do with the tennis balls. One is you can lay down on the ground. We're going to work with them on the upper back body specifically. So you might lay down and place the tennis balls just at the top of your shoulders, one on either side. And what I want you to do is not a whole lot of movement, right? I barely have my shoulders pressing into the tennis balls. And then you might start to work your body up a little bit as the tennis balls make their way down. Remember that we want to keep the tennis balls where there's structure, so not going below the rib cage and staying off of your vertebrae, so you stay off of the spine. Now, for those of you, if that is too intense for you, you might take your tennis ball and come to the wall, and I'm kneeling so that you can actually see me, and place that, and you could do this kneeling as well. Place the tennis ball, again, I find it easier when I'm upright to just use one tennis ball. So placing that between the shoulder blade and the spine and working those muscles of the upper back body, okay? So you're doing either one of those things, unless, of course, you're called to do something else. Since I did one side, I have to do the other. And again, as we're going through this, just notice how your body, how your breath has responded. So we spent a little time with the breath at the beginning of the practice. How is your breathing now? And as you're working with the tennis ball on your body, your back body, again, you might say, hello, body. Body, how do you like this? Right? Checking in. And you're still breathing long, smooth breaths. Now, let's finish up in probably about 30 seconds or so. So if you've only done one side, you want to do the other. And of course, after we're complete, you can always come back to this. So once you're done, you're going to make your way maybe, halfway through your mat, hands at your heart center. You could kneel like I am, or you can have your hips up above your knees if that's more comfortable. So take a moment, hands are at the heart center, connect with your breath. We're going to start with a nice little vinyasa where we put a number of poses together. And the inhale, we're going to come up, rise up towards the sky, arms in line with the ears. Exhale into child's pose. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Exhale, we're going to make our way into down dog. Inhale, plank or up dog, or you can slide through both. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, hands at the heart center and sit back down again. We're going to go through that a few times. And of course, modify as you need to help this to feel good in your body. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank or up dog or through both. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, sit back down. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale up to tabletop. Exhale into down dog. Inhale, plank or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. And inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands at the heart center. And just pause for a moment. Notice, just from those few movements, how your breath and your body feels. How's your heart rate, body temperature? We're going to make our way up onto the hands and knees and make sure that you're comfortable here. You're going to walk your left hand out a little bit. We're just going to slide the right arm underneath, opening up your chest, relaxing the shoulder and the head towards the ground. Long, smooth breaths. Finding some way to be in this position that feels really good in your body. On an inhale, we're going to unwind. Exhale, second side. So again, shoulder and ear towards the ground. And the other hand up on the fingertips, elbows bent, opening up the chest. Long, smooth breaths. And again, on an inhale, we're going to unwind, come back to our tabletop. Toes are turned under now. We're going to make our way into our down dog. And pedal through your feet a little bit, stretching through your shoulders, your calves, noticing how the body feels. So now inhale is going to be in our down dog. Exhale. Nope, wrong. Scratch that. Inhale, you're going to come down to a plank. Exhale into your down dog. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to lift your left leg up. Okay. Inhale, come forward, knee comes towards the elbow. Exhale, extend. Do the same side, and let's do, 3 or 4, depending on how quickly you move. It might be 5 or 6. And then we're going to take that left foot onto the ground, shift your weight, lift up the right leg. Inhale. The breath is interesting. So if you don't like how I'm doing the breath, you check in with your body. And again, we're going to place that foot down on the ground, come into our child's pose, tabletop. Exhale into child's pose. We're going to walk the hands over to the left, shift the hips over to the right. Still breathing. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side. And again, inhale, center. Now let's turn those toes under, pop up into a modified down dog, walk or hop your feet forward into your forward bend. Inhale is going to be halfway up. Exhale into your legs. And again, doing that 3 or 4 times, depending on your breath. Next inhale, let's come all the way up. Great. Now, feeling your feet on the ground, let's grab a tennis ball and roll through each foot, adding as much pressure as you'd like. And make sure that you do both feet, and then we're going to set that tennis ball off to the side. Come towards the front of your mat, bring your hands to your heart center, feeling your feet on the ground. And I'm going to kneel for this one because I realize you won't be able to see my arms. So we're going to make like cacti. You're at the front of your mat, right elbow to center, left elbow over top, backs of the hands or palms together, lift your elbows up. So that's how my arms are. And we're standing towards the front of our mat. Now I want you to lift up and of course release your hands if it feels unsafe at all. I want you to take your weight into your right foot. And I want you to find your weight in your right foot. And we're going to step back into a high lunge. Okay, elbows lifted. So you have eagle arms and a high lunge with your legs. Lift those elbows up, keep breathing. On an inhale, we're going to release those arms, extend. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. So here we are in our lunge. You're going to breathe and focus. Keep that left hand, well, whatever leg is back, that same hand, for me it's the left, is going to be on the ground. Right hand onto the thigh, belly towards the inner thigh. And extend that other arm up. Continue to breathe. On an exhale, you're going to come down. Walk your hands through the middle. Bring the feet parallel to one another. Hands could be on the ground or on a block. Inhale, back is flat. Exhale, come into your forward bend. And we're going to do that again 3 or 4 times depending on your breath. Inhale is up. Exhale down. Now we're going to walk our hands to the back foot. So you should be on your second side. And again, here we are in our lunge. We're going to keep, so now my right hand's on the ground because my right foot is back. Left hand on the thigh. We're going to twist. Reach that left arm up. Continue to breathe. And again, exhale, that hand comes down. Feel your feet on the ground. We're going to make our way up. Extend your arms into cactus arms, meaning the elbows are bent, fingers pointing towards the sky. And this time, left elbow to center, right elbow over top. Backs of the hands or palms together, elbows lifted. Breathe and focus. And this time, again, if it feels safe, you're going to keep your arms in eagle arms and step that back foot forward. Feel your feet on the ground. And then you're going to come down into a seated position, right? So you have eagle arms, seated position, keep breathing. On an inhale, you're going to extend the arms out to the sides, reach up overhead, straighten the legs. Exhale, sit down into your chair with your eagle arms, right elbow to center, left elbow over top, so second side, hopefully. Keep breathing, seated position. Make sure that low back feels good. On an inhale, we're going to expand out to the sides, arms come up overhead, straighten the legs. Exhale, come down into your forward bend. Inhale, slide halfway up. Exhale into your legs, and then inhale, slide all the way up. Now we're going to come down into a squat. Hands can be at the heart center or the forehead. Nice rounded back. Gently bring your chin towards your chest. Long, smooth breaths. Now, you're going to take your left arm and bring it to the shin, bend the elbow and turn your palm up. Same thing on the second side. Some of you may walk your fingertips together behind your ankles. And again, gently bring that chin towards the chest so we have a nice rounded back here. Nice opening for the shoulders, long, smooth breaths. And then let's walk those hands out. You're going to gently make your way down into a seated position. And from here, I want you to, looking around to see what we can use for. We're going to make our way down onto our backs. This isn't for Shavasana. And what I want you to do is have maybe a part of your blanket or towel, whatever you have to help you. You're going to take 2 tennis balls, and sometimes I like to put them in a sock and then tie the end of the sock. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your blanket or your towel over those 2 tennis balls and carefully bring yourself down. And you're going to put those 2 tennis balls at the base of your occiput. So kind of like where the skull ends and the neck meets up with it, right? And you're going to gently place your head on those tennis balls. Obviously, like with everything that we do, if it doesn't feel comfortable, you're going to get rid of them. And you're just going to relax your body and your breath. Your hands can be on your body or out on the floor. Long, smooth breaths. Feeling pretty good right now. And notice you may want to remain stationary. You may want to shift where those tennis balls are on the back of your head. Again, always staying off the vertebrae. Keep breathing. We're going to stay here for, let's say, another 30 seconds. And when, I can't say when you feel done, because like for me, I could keep staying there. We're going to take the tennis balls out from wherever they are so that we know where they are. Put them off to the side and move your blanket or towel out of the way. Okay, now here we are with our knees bent, feet on the ground about hip width apart, arms at your sides. You're feeling your shoulders on the ground, the back of your head touching the floor, the feet. And now what I want you to do is press those feet into the ground, and you're going to bend your elbows and make fists with your hands. So we're going to use the tricep, the upper arm, to help us lift the chest up. So inhale, you're going to press down with the feet, press with your arms and lift that chest up a little bit more. Exhale, come down to the ground. Inhale, press up. Exhale, come down. Let's do that 2 more times. Really having your arms, like using your arms in a way that allows you to open up your chest. All right, next time that you come up, we're going to stay up, and you might release your hands, walk your feet in a little bit, press those hips up a little bit higher, opening up your chest, or you might just have your hands pressing in the ground. I keep wanting to look towards the camera, but really we want to keep our head pointing up towards the ceiling in this position. Now from here, very carefully on the exhale, hips come down, relax through the shoulders. Now I can turn my head. We're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest and roll through the foot a couple of times in each direction, or you can point and flex. And I'm looking for my strap. Here it is. So now we're going to take that strap and we're going to place it on the padded part of the right foot. And we're going to take the strap into the right hand. So it's right leg, right arm. And you could keep your left knee bent with the foot flat on the ground, or you can extend it out. And then very carefully, we're going to open that leg out to the side. We've done this lots of times. Notice how you're feeling as you open up that leg, keeping that left hip on the ground. Bring your leg back up. We're going to drop it down one more time. We're really not dropping it, right? You're using your arm and the strap and your muscles to control how your leg opens out to the side, paying close attention. It doesn't matter how far that foot comes down. You want to keep your left hip on the floor. Then you're going to switch hands. So strap comes into the left hand, leg barely comes across the midline. And then you're going to reach your pinky toe of the right foot up towards the ceiling. So your foot is flat at first, then you're going to reach that pinky toe up towards the sky so that you're stretching the anterior tibialis, right? The outside muscle of this, of your shin. One of my favorite muscles, right? Now we're going to flatten that foot, and then I have a wall in the way, but you're going to take your right leg across the body to a place that's comfortable without letting it drop onto the floor. And then your head can point up towards the ceiling or look at your extended right arm. Long, smooth breaths. On an inhale, let's bring that leg back to center. You're going to take a strap in either hand. And now you're going to bring your leg, right leg towards the body. Some of you will want to bend your left knee so you can bring that leg a little bit closer. Some of you will like to keep your left leg extended. Keep breathing. And then gently release that foot. We're going to take the strap onto the padded part of the left foot. The strap's into the left hand. We're going to extend the right leg down. And again, this is where you want to keep that right hip on the ground and you're still breathing. You're going to bring your left leg out to the side in a way that you can still feel your right buttock on the ground. Keep breathing. And we're going to bring that leg back up to neutral and gently lower it down. Although, like I said, there's a wall here, so I can't lower. Keep breathing. Leg comes back to the center. Barely cross over the midline and sickle your foot, pinky toe up towards the ceiling. Long, smooth breaths. Hello, body. Hello, body. How are you doing today? And we're going to flatten that foot. You might extend your left arm out on the ground as you take the left leg across the body. Let it hover over the floor. You are in control. And your head, you might be looking towards your left hand or up towards the ceiling. Still breathing. Let's come back to the center. One edge of the strap in either hand. We're going to take that left leg towards your body. And again, some of you will want to straighten or bend the right knee. You do whatever feels best in your body. Now, when you start to feel done, you'll relax that leg, take the strap off. And I'm wondering if you might have a wall close by that you can use, because what I'd like you to do from here is to bring your legs up the wall. You could use a sofa or something like that as well. And just for a moment, feel your legs extended and it doesn't matter how close you are to the wall, you want to make sure you feel comfortable. And then we're gonna bring the bottoms of the feet together and slide the feet down the wall so that your knees open out to the side. So you could use any hard surface to have your feet against, the back of the sofa or a chair or, cabinet. And then just carefully using your muscles, not pressing with your hands, opening your knees towards the wall. And some of you might like to not move at all, and some of you might like to gently rock your knees from side to side. And then eventually we're going to bring the knees towards one another, roll over to the side and bring yourself up. And this is where you are going to find your blankets. And today I was thinking, and I'm hoping that we have enough stuff to make a roll. I had a teacher who liked to call these cannoli rolls, and that's something that many of us Italians like to eat. So you're going to I'm going to show you what we're going to try to make. And so I have 2 blankets folded in this long way, and I'm going to roll them up so that I end up with a nice big roll of blanket. So that when I put it on my mat, my head, my torso, and my hips all fit on the blanket. So I want you to see what you have and see if you can create something like this. If it's smaller, that's okay, but to the best, you might have something under your torso and another blanket or pillow or bolster under your head. But what I'd like when you come down here is to have your head and your whole spine, and including, your pelvis and your sacrum supported. And we're going to start off with the knees bent and the feet flat on the ground. And then we're going to hug ourselves, right? So that your elbows kind of are stacked on top of one another. You walk your hands towards your back body and use your feet to stabilize you on the floor. And then you're going to carefully rock from side to side, continuing to breathe, noticing how this feels in your head, your neck, your shoulders, your upper back body. Eventually, we're going to come to a place where we stop, and I want you to notice which arm is on top, and then you're going to uncross and cross the other way so that you have the opposite arm on top, and then again, start to gently rock from side to side. Still breathing long, smooth breaths, noticing any shifts, any changes in your body. And eventually we're going to come to a place where we stop in the center. And then you could have your knees bent with your feet flat. You could have your legs extended, or you can bring the bottoms of your feet together and open your knees out to the side. So I want you to find some comfortable position for your legs that you'll be able to stay for a couple of minutes. And then find some comfortable place for your arms. Long, smooth breaths. Letting your body be heavy, head heavy, hips heavy. Gentle, smooth breath. Inhale and exhale. Now, as you're here, and no matter what you have supporting you underneath your body, and you're just noticing again, like we did at the very beginning of the practice, how you feel in your head, around your eyes, your jaw, your face, the back of the head, your throat, your arms, your shoulders, your hands, your torso, the front of the torso, the back, the hips, the legs, the knees, the feet. And then ask yourself, is there anything else that you would like to do before you make your way into Shavasana? Now, as soon as I asked that question to my body, my hip wanted to be open. So I'm going to invite you to do this, but you can also do your own thing. We're going to cross the right ankle over the top of the left knee and then start to pivot on your left foot, reaching that right foot towards the ground. And again, I have a wall here, so I can't go too far. And the whole time I'm pressing with my muscles that right knee away from my body, so there's this opening happening. Now, next time you come through the center, and again, using that left foot to support you, I'm going to bring, holding on to the flexed right foot with the left hand and the knee. With the right hand, I'm going to bring that leg closer to my body. Long, smooth breaths. Gently releasing that right foot to the ground and then crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Again, starting to just gently move, and you want to be careful not to slide off your cannoli roll. Moving through the foot, through the hip. And the next time that we come through the center, holding that flexed foot and knee, bringing them closer to the body, making sure there's no discomfort in the ankle or the knee or the hip. And when you're complete, releasing that foot to the floor. And again, checking in, is there anything else that your body needs before you can make your way into Shavasana? And if so, you're going to do it. So making sure you're warm and comfortable. And then finding that place that you can settle in and let yourself be completely supported. Long, smooth breaths. Inviting your eyes to soften into their sockets. Softening the jaw, the muscles in the face. What would it be like to be completely supported by what's ever underneath you? And underneath us all is the earth. Namaha, Namo, Namaha, Namaha, Namo, Namaha. So I want you to start to bring your awareness back to your body, back to your space, and in your own time start to gently reawaken. And as you do so, I want you to take a comfortable seat. And you might keep your eyes closed. You could be sitting in a chair, on a bed, or on the floor. And long, smooth breaths.